to tell you about the Society of Friends, also known as Quakers. The Quakers had their founder, George Fox, as well as thousands of other believers and followers who also branched off from the established Church of England. Quakers were originally from England, but soon sought other countries such as the Netherlands and America for refuge from persecution. William Penn founded Pennsylvania, which served as a safe haven for Quakers to practice their religion. Our nation and government were greatly affected by the Quaker beliefs that all men were created equal, and we even state that very same fact in our Declaration of Independence. Not everyone gets their beliefs put into the Declaration of Independence, you know. The term Quaker may not derive from where you might think it does. Once when hauled before a judge, Fox chided to the jurists to tremble before the word of the Lord. The judge mocked Fox, calling him a Quaker, and the nickname stuck. But there are four main schisms, or splits, in the Quaker religion. We got the Hicksites, the Gurneyites, the Wilburites, and the Orthodox. These are all terminologies used throughout the religion's followers, but they're all ultimately Quaker. George Fox founded the religion in 1647 when Britain was going through an upheaval during its civil wars. Thousands of people began to believe in Fox's testimonies, and the religion spread across England. Unfortunately, many Quakers were prosecuted in England due to the fact that they deviated from the established church. However, this didn't repulse them. In fact, it strengthened themselves because they believed in speaking the truth to power and choosing what they felt was morally right over what they felt were immoral laws. Quakers eventually sought refuge in the Netherlands, Maryland, Rhode Island, and their safe haven, Pennsylvania. No one could tell the Quakers what to do. They hated showing reverence to the supposedly superior, and they fought for just treatment of natives, women, and even criminals. They even outright opposed slavery, while most other colonialists applauded it. Just for today, I'll recap and tell you what you most definitely need to know. Quakers greatly influenced the mindset of freedom and equality of America. They fought against slavery and initially stated that all men were created equal, before any other colonialists did. You also need to keep in mind that they were a strange faith compared to other branches of Christianity. They did not find the need for neither a church nor a clergyman. They did not like to serve in wars, show reverence to those more powerful, or take oaths for court. Just remember they were basically hippies of earlier faiths. Something that you might want to remember that's pretty interesting is that a Quaker organized March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963, where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. made his famous I Have a Dream speech. And now it's time for cause and effect. What do Quakers do when they're prosecuted in England? They seek refuge in America and the Netherlands. So what happens when England's going through an upheaval during its civil wars? Many people deviate from the established Church of England and the Quakers are born. What happens when Quakers begin to spread their beliefs of equality and humanity? American society slowly evolves to become one that accepts the equality of all men. When did all these things come about, you ask? In 1647, the religion was founded. In 1656, the first Quaker stepped foot in America for refuge, and in 1681, Pennsylvania was given to William Penn to provide a haven for the Quakers. The Quaker belief in equality became obvious in American history when slavery was abolished in 1865 and also in 1776 when the Declaration of Independence stated that all men were created equal, and also in 1920 when the women received the right to vote. If that is enough influence on one belief in a nation, I don't know what is, folks. The effects of the Quakers were nationwide in our country. Now let me tell you this. I'm sure you will be hearing a lot about other religions and other religious movements in the colonies of America, but this information about the Quakers is not only one of the most important to the continuum of American history, but mandatory to remember. Not only are they one of the many branches of Christianity that built our original 13 colonies, but also because the Quakers are unique in the sense that they did not believe in church, Bible, or clergy. They believe that all men are equal and that slaves, criminals, women, and natives should all be treated justly, unlike the Puritans or other settling religious groups. We can thank them for being big roles and influences in the abolition of slavery and also the all men are created equal section in our Declaration of Independence. Think of equality today.